Hello and welcome back to Rather Be Board Gaming. I am Nathan and this is Arkham in October of 25. And things are not looking great, but we're going to continue on. We have an interesting turn if things work out. So in our upkeep we will move this over. Need to make sure that everything is... Let's see, let's go ahead and swap these out so I don't forget. And give Jenny $1. Now, with Mike, we want to increase his sneak 1 because I think that is all he needs in movement. We want him to get away from that nasty flying polyp and try to help out Jenny. Now, Amanda, we're not going to do anything with, but Dexter, I think we want to give him +2 sneak. I think that's what we want to do. And then back to Jenny, +1 fight, just in case Mike isn't able to take care of that fire vampire for her. I've had a few rainstorms in my area past couple weeks that are short, but now we've got that long, slow, cool drizzle. It's like all day, lasts for several days, and you can feel it, and it is creeping into the atmosphere of the game. We got Mike here that needs to try and get past this flying polyp. And if he doesn't, if he were to fight it, he'd probably go insane anyway. I don't think he could pass that will check. So we need him to try and get past it if he can. So let's see. We put his sneak up to a 4. Yeah. 4. And modifier of 0. And I don't think, no, he has a +1 to will, not to, okay. So, need him to get past this nasty, nasty creature. Excellent. Excellent. So plan A, I think, is going to work today. I just want to show you how nasty this creature is. -2 on the will check, which he doesn't have great will. He would lose 4 sanity. 4! -3 on the attack and would lose 3 health if he failed. And it has 3 hit points. Just a nasty, nasty creature. Glad to be done with that. So since he snuck past that, he gets to move. So he'll go 1, 2. And he's going to end his movement here with this fire vampire. And he's going to choose to attack it. So before Jenny moves, we will resolve that. And with a couple of good rolls, Mike had a will of 4. He could have possibly gotten past it. And the reason I have his stats that way is in case he failed to sneak. But I'd rather do this. He doesn't even need to make a will check, a horror check against this monster, the fire vampire. But it is physical immunity, which means the Tommy gun is not going to work for him. In most horror and fantasy tropes, a vampire would be considered undead, but it's not marked here. If you look at this zombie here, it says undead. So we're not going to get to use the cross on it. I forgot it would give +1 to horror checks if we used it, but he does have a magical weapon there. So his fight is currently at 3. And grab some more dice here. The dagger is at a 3. We only need 1 success. We are really hoping that he can take this out. There we go. There's a 5, there's a 5, and there's a 6. You can probably just see it. There we go. So he takes this out, which frees up the space for Jenny to move out of. I believe I'm now playing this movement correct, and that is how it is intended to be understood. So we go to Amanda. Now she is just over here in the City of the Great Race. She will simply move one more space forward. Then we get to Dexter, and we got the same problem here. We have a slightly nasty creature that has 2 hit points with -2 on attack. For him to cast a spell to defeat this, he would lose sanity. And if he failed this, he would go insane. In his condition, this is going to be too hard, I really think. So we're going to try to sneak past it. So his sneak, we bumped up, and it is at, I believe, a 4. Yes, a 4 with a modifier of 0, and he has no bonuses on his sneak. And he succeeds. We needed that. So he will move 1, 2 down to the Arkham Asylum. Unfortunately, he's broke, but that will still benefit him. And now we go to Jenny. Now that her streets are cleared up with no monsters, she can safely move 1, 2 into the woods. And that is what we needed. We needed to get this going. We needed to get into some portals. Poor Mike, he spent, I don't know, 4 turns up there in downtown just stuck fighting monsters. This Arkham encounter phase will be very quick and easy. Starting with Mike, who's in the street, will have no encounter. Then Amanda will not. She is not in Arkham. And then Dexter up here, he's not going to have a regular encounter. He is just going to seek a little rest and get 1 free sanity point back, and then we go to Jenny down here, who her encounter will be to enter into the portal, and this is to what? Raya, which is way up here. Otherworld encounters. First up is Amanda in player order. So we have green and yellow. Oh, and we have a green. Let's see. Oh, and we have the City of the Great Race right there on top. Oh, you must have that device if you are to escape from the accursed city. Pass a sneak -1 with 2 success check to draw 1 unique item and return to Arkham. If you fail, your captors are none too kind. Lose 3 sanity and 1 stamina. And she has 2 sanity. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is awful. This is awful. I guess if I had played the game enough, I would have known, hey, in that great city, or the City of the Great Race, I need to move my sneak up in case I have that weird encounter. Now, I do have a clue, a free clue here. Her sneak is only 2. So 2 -1 would be 1. I would need to get that success, spend this to get a success, and spend several clues just to get enough successes. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, I could keep spending these just to keep her from going insane, but she's still going to lose the clues and not be able to seal that gate. I guess you could close it, but... So she's going to have to fail, which means she will go insane, which means she will be lost in time and space. So she'll get 1 sanity back. So frustrating. She's going to lose half of her clues, so she'll lose 2. That is just tragic. And then, I think we're going to get rid of the heal spell. And we'll get rid of... the Derringer, maybe? We'll keep the warding statue and we'll keep the research materials because that will serve as a clue. So she kind of has 4 clues still. And that means she will be delayed here and lost in time and space just at the bottom of the camera, which is so frustrating. There's probably only a couple of encounters at that great city or the great race that would have been that horrible for us, and we get it. So frustrating. Let's go to Jenny. She's up there in Raleigh. It's red and yellow. So we have a yellow, and we have an other. And we have a monster appears. Oh, great. Be something easy to kill or sneak past, please. Oh my gosh. A Gug. Yeah, she's dead too. Oh my gosh. She is set up to not only close but seal that gate. So maybe, but I did not think they were both going to get knocked out. Maybe I should have left her there and spent the clues just to close it. Didn't think this would be the last episode this quickly, but let's see how it goes. So, the Gug is overwhelming of 1. You can see that right there. So we'll get to that if it happens. First, we need to do our horror check. Will is 3 minus 1, so she'll get 2. Not too concerned about failing this, but it'd be nice to pass. Oh yeah, she passed. There we go. Now we're going to go to the fight. So do I plus 6 or plus 4? I think we're going to stick with the shotgun. Two-handed, so we'll go, or do we? We need 3 successes. Let's see. If we did the holy water, that'd be 4, 5, 6. And then we would get 3 more. And then we'd lose 2. And we need 3 successes out of... Oh. But here, these would count as double. So we need 3 successes with 6s being double. Wow. Alright, I think we're going to have to try the holy water just to see. Yeah, so she's going to use this holy water. It is plus 6 to combat checks, but then you discard after use. It is two-handed. And do I have any re-rolls? She does have a clue token, so we could re-roll one. Alright, 6, 9, minus 2, 2, 4, 6, 7. Maybe we should have done the shotgun. So there's only 1. And don't have any way to re-roll. Now, the overwhelming never came into play. If she were able to kill this, she still took 1 point of damage. But she was not able to kill it. She takes 3 points of damage. She is knocked out and will go to be lost in time and space. And this will go back into the bag. Since it was a random monster encounter, she has 3 items, only needs to lose 1. I really think the holy water, because the holy water is discarded. It was used. So I really think we're going to get rid of the shotgun, because these 2 will let her close a gate. We need to keep those. She'll have to pick up another weapon from the shop or from somebody else. That is great. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this mythos will not kill us. We can have up, I think 7 gates open, and then we lose. So 6 would be fine. I was really hoping to get at least one of those closed, but man, these random encounters are killing us, not the mythos. With no Lady Luck on our side this turn, or this game, I don't see how we're going to pull this out. Merchants march on crime. All monsters in the merchant district streets locations are returned to the cup. That, I don't think is going to help us. Let's see. Independence Square. Ah, yay. Isn't that great? We just closed that and we weren't able to seal it, so another one's going to open. Hooray. So, Independence Square will have the Great Hall of Solanio. Alright. And we need to draw a monster and add to that nasty monster there. Me go. So they're not too bad. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is good on the monster front. Yikes. Alright, clue will appear at the unnameable, but it gets sucked through the portal. So again, we're just dying from no clues. Monster's circle will move. So the Mego will immediately fly to Mike. Of course it will. Let's see, square and diamond. Diamond is going to move on black. So yeah, Mike is getting just swarmed and attacked, and nope. I'm going to double check. I'm 99.99% sure that I go here, 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 then here. Because if that elder thing will stay in the merchant district, it's dead. And you know I'm correct. You know I double checked, but I'm correct. The last thing that happens is the headline. All monsters that are in the merchant district, right here, will return to the cup. So that elder thing, yeah. Episode or two ago, I still had high hopes to turn it around, but wow, cannot roll. And let's see, Dexter, I think we want to increase his speed 1 to prepare for the future, as well as his wheel 1. So there we go. So fight goes down 1. And then Mike, we want to go ahead and increase his speed 1. He only has 1 focus, so I want to go ahead and do that. He won't need it till next turn. That's it for the upkeep. Nothing needs refreshing. No. One, 2, 3. Let's go to the unnameable. Hopefully he can pick up a little bit of money or some clues while he's in there. I would love if he could pick up a clue or two. That would be amazing. And let's see. That leaves Mike, who is going to, well, of course the ladies will stand up. So Amanda and Jenny are going to stand up. And Mike is going to stay here and fight both of these monsters. We're going to start with the Mego. It's a little bit easier. We'll go ahead and hopefully knock it out of the way. So wheel is 4 minus 1 plus 1, so 4. We really need to pass this. And he did right there. Yep, you can see it on camera. So that works. Now he gets his combat. So Tommy gun is 6, fight is 3, and no penalty, no modifier at all. So 1, 2, 3, yep, plenty. Yep, that was the easy creature. Now, I almost kept this. When you pass the combat check against the Mego, you return it to the cup and draw a unique item. So, or I'm sorry, to the box. I'll throw that in there and let's see what we get. Nameless Cults. Exhaust and spend 1 movement. Pass a lore check. I don't think it's gonna. Here we go. And if you pass, draw 1 spell, lose 1 sanity, and discard it. I don't really think we care for that. And now the nasty one, the elder thing. Minus 3 on the will check. Well, his will is 4. Plus 1. Minus 3. Oh, needed that so bad. There we go. Didn't have to spend our clue. So the fight should be easy. 6 plus 3. No modifier, but he needs 2 successes. 1, 2, right there. Barely, but we get it. 1 and 2. Nice. So, Arkham Encounter, Dexter will go to Yagath, which is, where is it? Right here. Yagath is blue or yellow, so here we go. So we have an other. Time and space bend around you. Make a luck -1. Check. If you pass, return to Arkham. If you fail, stay here next turn. It doesn't say delayed, but it does say stay here, which would, to me, imply delayed. He only has a luck of 1. I have no items to give luck, or don't really want to spend the clues. I'm hoping he can find some clues while he's here, so he will be delayed, which means he'll just spend an extra turn there. Luckily, it wasn't horribly negative, but maybe if he could get lucky and get some clues while he's there, he'll be able to seal this gate, not just close it. The problem is, we've been losing all our clues, and you need clues to fight the ancient one. So we have Independence Square. So we're going to have a monster surge, which is fine. We probably need that way more than a new gate. Clue at the unnameable, which can't happen. Alright. But we have a new environment, so we can get rid of that other environment card. So this nasty environment is finally gone, because we have a new environment card. I'm just going to set it off to the side and just put the 1 token right here on the hospital, because it says that our investigators can only receive medical treatment from the hospital or from the doctor who's not in the game right now, in this game. So you can't use your heal spell and stuff like that, but Amanda got rid of hers. So the unnameable, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open gates, so we will do 6 monsters. And I think we're going to do the same thing. We start where we drew it, and then we'll move up the board. Unfortunately, it just says to spread them out evenly, with no gate having more than the one that was drawn for the surge. This one already has one, so there's none coming out of it. And it says if you are to go over the limit, then you just choose where you would place them. So I think I'm going to skip this one. And we'll just start at the bottom of the board, and we'll give each gate 1 monster. Still is not good. Oh my gosh, another Gug. They are nasty. Are you kidding me? That's in the woods. I was hoping to seal that with Amanda, or Jenny, I'm sorry. So let's see. Next, we'll jump over to the witch house, and we get the bloated woman, which is an endless mask. The hound. Next is the unnameable. Maniac, that's nothing. That's fine. Unvisited Isle. Is a warlock. Ooh, he looks tough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will go into the outskirts. This one should have come out from the Independence Square, but will put us over our limit. And it's just a cultist, of course. The easiest monsters will go there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we are. Clue would appear at the unnameable. It's not going to happen. Square and diamond on white. Let's see. There is no one in a location. Isn't that what it says? Moves directly to the nearest investigator inside a location in Arkham. That other than the hospital or there is no one. So I guess he's going to stay there. And then diamond. No diamond, no more square. And then what is the bottom one is on the black path. Circle. Circle. So we have the warlock. And that is it. Let's see what the warlock said. Oh, yep, and that is a hexagon. Magic community. Warlock returns. Okay, so he's just going to move to the merchant district. Oh, that is Disgusting. Well, let's see what we're gonna do. Let's give Jenny $1 and make sure everything is refreshed. I think that is good. So let's look at Dexter. He's not going to be doing anything. These two ladies are, if you remember, Lost in Time and Space. So they actually get to move onto the board during the upkeep phase. And then, let's see, Mike. We're not going to change his stats. I don't think we're going to change anybody's stats. But let's go to the board and take care of their Lost in Time and Space. And actually, I think since he has 2 focus, let's go ahead and put his luck up to 3. He doesn't need his lore to close the gate until he comes out. And he'll be able to move that back up the turn he comes out. So Jenny is going to land here in St. Mary's Hospital. And Amanda will go up here to Arkham Asylum. And that is the upkeep phase. So during the movement phase, Dexter will stand up. Next is Jenny. She's going to stay here. Mike really wanted to try and sneak past this fellow, but it's going to be, I think it's just going to be too tough. He wanted to get up here to the asylum, but maybe he can get there next turn. So he will stay there and fight. And of course, Amanda is not going to move either, so let's take care of this fight with the Warlock. I really wanted to get Mike to Ma's boarding house, which is the South Church, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to change some plans. It's going to take a couple turns, but we're going to get him situated. So let's see. We have the Warlock, who is magically immune. Well, that's fine. So, horror check is a wheel. 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. And we really need to pass this. If not, I'll have to spend a clue because we cannot afford for him to get knocked out right now. And he does pass with the 5. So now we'll do the combat. Well, he is using his Tommy gun, so that is 6 with a fight of 3 with a minus 3, which is scary. We need 2 successes. Come on, Mike. There we go. We get a 5 and a 5 and a 6. Very nice. He is making the streets clean and safe again. Now let me see if I can get this to focus really quick and show you. This monster says if you pass a combat check, you return it to the box and you gain 2 clues. Nice. He had enough trophies. He's not too concerned. So into the box, and anyone getting clues at this point is good. Really wanted Mike down here to spin those trophies, but hopefully we can get up here and get him some help before one of these monsters swoops in on him, or especially this nasty thing. It will destroy him. And let's see, with Dexter, no Arkham encounter. Mike will not have an Arkham encounter, so the ladies. So Jenny will seek some hospital care and get healed up, as will Amanda at the asylum. She's actually going to get 4 sanity for her $2. And yeah, I just threw those into the reserve because I had already filled up on their board off the table. So Yuggoth is blue and yellow. 3 reds in a row. That's nasty. 4 in a row. I'll definitely have to shuffle these decks before playing again. A strange creature stares at you with burning eyes. It is as if its gaze were stealing your soul. Pass a luck -1 check or roll a die and subtract 2 from it. Minimum of 0. Then lose that much stamina and sanity. Under the luck stat, the rulebook does say it's one of the most checked skills for, or check stats for skill checks, and I think it's especially true in the other dimensions. So we increased that luckily. So 3 minus 1 on luck, and pass. Finally, we had something go our way, even if it was something small. But that was big. So, Historical Society, and we'll look at that in a moment. Silver Twilight Lodge, okay, we have a headline. And I knew it was going to happen. So, not only would we lose these 2 clues, and a gate would appear to the Dreamlands, but we're going to stop there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gates. Does this... I mean, I can go through the motions. Ancient Stone, releasing 2 monsters in the Miskatonic U streets. So then we'd have a monster surge also. We'd have monsters moving, but we have 7 gates open. At 4 players, as soon as the 7th gate opens, the Ancient One awakens. So the first thing that's going to happen when the monster awakens this way is we're going to finish putting up the Ancient One's hit points. Since we have 4 players, each one of these little eyeball, tentacle things, whatever you want to think of it, is 4 hit points. Now, we need to look at start of battle. Any investigator with no clue token is devoured. Well, Jenny has 1. Everybody has a couple. It's horrible. And actually, I was just seeing cultists are endless. So yeah, he shouldn't even have that one. But I still think he had enough to do what I wanted to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He had 10. He was going to go and become the sheriff deputy. He could move all over the board. So that's just unfortunate. So, let's see. Each investigator must make a lore +1 check or lose 1 clue token. And if you have no clue tokens, you're devoured. Well, she probably won't last long then, and she has nothing but a knife. So, we're basically entering the final battle upkeep phase. Everybody's in the same location. We can move items around and stuff. So let me clean some of this up. Like the map, for instance, we won't need that anymore. We won't need these anymore. She won't need her money. So, even though during the upkeep she would get another $1, like it matters. She will save those and the knife. So I will be right back. Give you some thoughts here. This is going to cost a sanity. This is going to cost a sanity. I can afford to cast this once. That raw is not going to do me a great deal, but that'll be a big hit. Don't need to try to get a new spell with the Necronomicon, so let's get rid of that. Let's give her the cross just so that she has an extra horror check roll. This will give her a weapon because it's magically resistant, so it's only half from magic. He doesn't need the nameless cults. He can use these. Let's see. That'll be one-handed, that'll be one-handed. So after he casts his spells, he can switch that out. That'll be good. So I think we need to increase his lore 1. Her lore is up, so let's go ahead and increase her fight up. We'll do Amanda down here. She has 3 focus, so we're going to increase her lore and then increase her fight 2, which is nice. And then Dexter has 2, so he will increase his lore. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Because the strange thing is, we get pulled into here to fight this monster. We don't have to make a horror check. Don't know why this giant ancient one doesn't scare us, but we do make lore checks. So, each investigator must pass a lore -1 check or lose 1 clue token. And that is this monster's attack. You know what? I'm going to walk that back a little bit. I'm going to do his lore 1 and his fight 1, and we'll just keep moving them up. Okay, so the monster attacks after us. We all get to attack first. Let's see. We need to keep moving his lore up, and we'll eventually get his fight up. So let's just start with Jenny. And she has a fight of 4. And she is going to use... Yeah, she doesn't need any horror checks. Nothing to combat checks. And... yeah, so this is not needed. And she has a knife for a +1. Okay. And she gets 2 successes. And so, let me think of how I'm going to mark this. I guess we'll just do this. That's 2 successes. Then we go to Mike, who has the Tommy gun, so he's going to have 6. I tell you what, let's give her then the knife. So she gets +3, so she'd get, let me see if it's rounded up or down. Yeah, it's rounded up, luckily. He's not immune, he's resistant. So instead of 3, she'll get 2. So let's just roll 2 more dice for her. And she actually got another success. So that is excellent. So that was her combat. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think we're doing about the best we can. We're going to move to Mike. And he is going to do 3 + 6. Oh, that is excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see those on camera? Yes, you can, just barely. So he'll do 1, which removes a hit point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is amazing. Amazing. Remember, each one of these counts as 1 hit point per player, and you just tally up all of your hits as you go along. See, Amanda, fight 4. And her 45 automatic will give her another 4. And she only got 2. That is a shame. Now, Dexter, we're going to take 1 chance to cast the magical shriveling. So let me swap this out. It's going to be a lore -1. So yeah, I do want to put that back. 4 -1 would be 3. I knew there was a reason. And he passes. So he will get +6 combat dice, which will only be 3 because of the resistance. Then he gets 2 for the saber. +1 for the fight. Okay. So he gets 1, 2. Do I want to re-roll that? Because see, next turn we'll be doing, I tell you what, let's take a chance. This may be the most dice he rolls in one time. So let's just re-roll that. Oh yeah, he'll get to refresh that each turn, so might as well use it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So that is 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Now the monster attacks, and it says Each investigator must pass a lore +1 check or lose a clue. So Jenny, her lore is 4 + 1. She passed. Can you see that? A 6 and a 5. Maybe I need to... Let me just raise the camera back up a little bit. Mike has a lore of 1. And he will do +1. So he passed, luckily. Jenny has a lore of 4 + 1. She passes with 5, 2 5s actually. And Dexter has a lore of 4 + 1. There we go. So they all passed. Nobody lost a clue. That was his attack for this round. So we go back to upkeep, which would be kind of like this. Kind of like normal. Jenny's just getting all kinds of money, which doesn't matter. But we can adjust stats again. So her lore is all the way up. Her fight is all the way up. We need to keep increasing his lore. His fight is already all the way up. Her lore and fight is already all the way up. I think that's why when you get to the ancient ones, a lot of times you do lore checks or luck checks or speed checks instead. That way you can increase your fight and have a chance to win. So he has 2 focus, so we will go 1, 2. Now this is unexhausted. He could use it again, but he only has 1 sanity. So I'm just going to discard that off of the table to get it out of the way. That one doesn't cost anything to cast. That would be 2. This would only be 1. But he gets this back. So during his upkeep, he's going to try to cast this. So that would be a 5 check. And he actually failed. So, oops. So he will go into combat with these 2 items. That was during the upkeep. So this will be the fight. Does anyone else need to do anything? I don't think so. I think we're ready for the next round of combat. I'm going to start with Mike since he's technically the first player. So he has 6. And a fight of 3. Come on, Mike. So we have 2, 3, 4 more hits. So that'd be 2, 4. So he took out another hit point by himself. That's nice. Alright. Amanda's fight is a 4. And the automatic 45 automatic is a 4. I really can't believe we are still alive. So it's 1 and only 1. Are you kidding me? She doesn't need to cast a spell. And yeah, that's just 1. That's pathetic. Okay. Dexter's fight is 2 + 2 + 1. And look at that. He gets 4. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to go through the motions just to kind of not get messed up. And now Jenny has a fight of 4. Plus 1 from the knife and plus 2 from the magical enchanted dagger. Enchanted knife. Now she's actually rolling lots of 4s, which is sad, but we get 2 more hits. There's 1 and 2. Alright, so the Ancient One will attack again. But this time, the lore check will decrease by 1 each turn. So, now we get a lore check basic stat. So his lore is 2. I have no modifiers. He passes. Amanda gets a lore of 4. She failed, so she is just going to discard her research materials. Any phase, discard the research materials instead of spending 1 clue token. So, boom. Because if you fail the check, you lose a clue. He has a lore of 5. And he failed. Are you serious? Well, he has the clue to spin, unfortunately, so we'll just do that. That is pathetic. And then we get to Jenny. This one's a little scary. She has a lore of 4. And this is not a horror check. So, her stats are on screen, but this is not. This is not a horror check. This is an attack. So she's not going to be able to re-roll these failed attempts. And I thought I had everything on camera, but I don't quite have her weapon on camera. Let's see. There we go. Alright. And she passed. Thank goodness. Any investigator with no clue tokens left is devoured. Everyone has clue tokens, so we get to go to the next round of combat. And we're going to adjust sliders, so he will use his 2 focus to do that. Mike will increase his lore, and then he's going to start increasing his fight. We got to keep that lore high, though, to give him the best chance to save those. And I think everyone's ready. So we just go right back to Amanda. Fight of 4. 45 automatic is 4. And in case you're wondering, this here is a 2-handed magical weapon. It would only give her 3. So, yeah, it would only give her 3. This is giving her 4, so we might as well. Although I will keep that in case. So this is 1, 2, 3, and this would give 3. Yeah, I don't see anybody needing this. So, one, 2, 3 is another hit point. This is ridiculous. Let's go to Dexter. I forgot during the upkeep we wanted to try and cast that. So, lore is 5. 5. This time he succeeded during his upkeep. So he will equip this instead of the bullwhip. That will give him 3. Cut in half will be 2. So 2, 2, and his fight is now 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is another hit point of damage. And Amanda, he has lots of reroll opportunities too. That is amazing. So, fight of 4. Fight of 4. Knife. Enchanted knife. Wow. Wow. She is angry at me making fun of her all game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you imagine if that was the shotgun? Those 6s would be doubles. So there's 4. And there is 7. I can't believe this, guys. This is ridiculous. Mike's fight is a 3. Plus 6. There's 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. One more point of damage, but can we keep Jenny alive? That is the question. All right. Monster's going to attack. This time it will be a lore -1 check. So, we start with Amanda. Her lore is 4 -1. She passes with the 6. Dexter is a 5 -1. Remember, this goes the monster, it goes down once each turn. The difficulty goes up by the lore stat going down. He passes with a 6 and a 5. We get to the scary one. Jenny is a 4 -1. Come on, Jenny. Come on, Jenny. Show us what a champion you are. That last roll was amazing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. She gets to keep her clue. And then Michael is a 3 -1, which is a 2. And he passed. He passed. It didn't matter. He had clues. I was willing to give up that clue. This is just ridiculous. I'm not even going to bother casting the Wither. I'm just going to give him back the Bullwhip. It's a physical weapon. And let's see. We can increase Mike's fight, but it's not going to matter, I don't think. So let's see. Dexter has a fight of 4. Plus 1 from the Bullwhip. Plus 2 from the Cavalry Saber. And there it is. 2 more points of damage. And we have defeated Nyarlathotep. This is ridiculous. I really thought that we were going to lose. Now, if you want to think of it, all 3 of them ended up lost in time and space at one point. But according to the rules, the only way you actually die is if you are devoured. And they were never devoured. They were managed to pull it out. I don't like having to win this way every time because this is just so scary. Yes, all of you that were yelling at me, thank you. He has a -4 modifier on his combat. So what I did is I went back and watched the footage. And like for instance, she had a turn where Jenny had 7 successes. So if you subtract 4, that would be 3. He had a turn where he had like 3 successes and 5 misses. What I did is I went and cheated. I am admitting I'm a cheater. I started by taking away their misses and then taking away their hits. And so he still has 2 full hit points. I did exactly, by that calculation, exactly 36 damage by taking away the misses. By cheating and taking away the misses first. But like I say, Jenny had a turn where she had no misses. Dexter had a turn where he was like 4 and 4. Mike was 4 and 5. So even if you did half and half, like half misses, half attacks, I think it would be at 4 hit points. Well, which would be 16. But we're going to keep going right there and play it correct now. So Jenny has a fight of 4. She gets 1 from, but 4 -4. So let's just do that. She gets 1 from the dagger and 1 from the magical dagger. Let's see what she gets here. She gets 1 success. Mike has a fight of 4. So we'll skip that, and he gets 6 for his gun. And there is 1, 2. And then Amanda has a fight of 4. And the revolver, or I'm sorry, the 45 automatic. And look at that. 3 successes. This time, not cheating. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. But we would go to his attack. And that will be a lore -2 check, I do believe. 5 minus 2. He'll lose a clue. Again, not really worried. Jenny's the one I'm worried about. 4 minus 2 is 2. And she is devoured because she lost her last clue. So she is devoured. Mike is a 3 minus 2, which is a 1. Yep. He's gonna lose that, and she is a 4 minus 2. Here we go. So poor Jenny. So Jenny would be the first player. She's devoured. We go to Mike. Mike is going to get to increase his fight with his focus. So he gets 5 minus 4, which would be a 1. So let's give him 1. And then he gets 6 for the Tommy gun. So we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there is 2 points of damage right there. So with my modified rules, I defeated it. But we're going to keep going just to see. We'll give it 2 more hit points in case I took off half hits, half misses. So Amanda would be a 4. So we'll just leave that off, and then she gets 4 there. And there's 2. And Dexter here is a 4. Then he gets 2, 3. Do I want to bother with the magic spell? I don't think so. I think because of the bullwhip's ability. So I will re-roll this combat attack. And then I will use that to re-roll 1 die. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, now it's a lore -3 check, which means Mike is guaranteed to lose 1. He has a lore of 3. They have 4 and 5, so she will roll 1 die, and he will roll 2 dice, and he passed. We'll go to another combat. So Jenny's 4. She gets 4 dice. There are 2 hits. There's 1, 2. Oop, upkeep. It's supposed to do that. Upkeep. I can increase that. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it with this because the reroll chance is nice. So 4 minus 4 is 0. And he gets 1, 2, 3. We're going to re-roll that since they were all misses. There we go. And we will re-roll that to re-roll 1 die. There we go. 2 hits. Wow. I can't believe this. Can't believe this. And Mike is a 6 now. So that is 6 minus 4 is 2. Plus 6. One, two, three, 4. That is more than enough. So, I apologize for cheating like that. I kept covering this up either with the dice tray or with the dice here, the markers. Kept missing the minus 4. So they should have been rolling 4 less dice. So, if I took away only the misses, they won. Jenny lived. If I took away half misses and half hits, then these 3 still won and Jenny was devoured. But she went out in a blaze of glory with that 7 hit turn. That was ridiculous. So there you go. I hate when I mess up rules that badly. But it is a solo fun game. I just hate having to always go into the final battle. I can't seem to get my people around the board quick enough and close up the gates and keep them closed and seal the gates. And but if you have any thoughts on what I could do better to have a chance to win by closing the gates and stuff or sealing gates, I may have mentioned this at one point, but in 4 players, if you have no gates open on the board, you manage to seal them all, or close them all, not just seal, but close them all. And you have, since there's 4 players and you have 4 gate trophies, which Dexter had 2. So if you had a total of 4 combined, and no open gates, then you could win. Or if you managed to get 6 seals on the board, then you would win also. But I never could keep the clue tokens. They kept going insane and stuff. But anyway, that's a bittersweet win. I mean, 3 of them were lost in time and space. They kept going insane and dying, and I messed up the Ancient One fight, but anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoy it. I really can't express how much something like this. Some of the movement rules are a little weird and some of that stuff, but missing something like this really annoys me because that is so obvious and that is such a big point of the combat. So that annoys me. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this game. It's just lots to it, lots to keep up with, but it's just such a fun game. And I thank you for watching, everyone. Please stay safe this holiday season. Everyone, stay healthy, stay warm, and may God bless you.